Hey, welcome back to the Bayside Leadership Podcast. So today we are talking about one of our final ideas or concepts behind leadership. So up until this point, we talked about leadership as a trait. These are the natural born leaders, the people that just seem to be stinking good at everything that comes to leadership. Then after that, we talked all about the skills. How do you teach somebody to be a leader? How do you teach them the skills that they need to become a leader? Then the week after that, we talked about behavior. Behavior is all about applying the skills. Every leader needs to be able to apply the skills that they know or use the traits that they have. That's what the behavior theory or the behavior idea of leadership is all about. So last week we talked about leadership as a process in the context of a relationship. And at Bayside, this is our meat and potatoes right here. Bayside, we say life change happens in the context of relationship. I would go so far as to say leadership happens in the context of relationship as well. And we talked about the special types of relationships that happen between a leader and a follower. So today what we're going to talk about is we're going to take that idea of leadership happens in the context of relationship and kind of take it to the next level. So basic leadership principles means that you have to start a relationship with somebody, and then as you begin that relationship over time, you can groom them and develop them into leaders. However, where do you start? Because I don't know about you guys, but I've had leaders that work under me, or I guess I should say followers, that somebody that was following me, and some of them were very driven. They could get the job done, and they did not need me there to hold their hand. Then I had some other leaders a little bit more. And so when it comes to understanding leadership, we have to assess the situation before we build our leadership style around that. So what we need to do is we need to see where the followers are before we determine what style we should use. So what that means is the person who is highly motivated, highly driven, we are not going to coddle them through the process. In fact, what we'll do is we'll empower them and maybe sometimes use a little bit of alignment tactics to make sure that they still are working on the same project we want them to work on, right? Somebody who might need a little bit of hand they're taken care of well. And the reason that we do this is because Jesus modeled for us a servant style of leadership. And this servant style of leadership allows us to assess the situation and adjust our approach to the person that we are leading. Because here's the thing, we serve them well by not overwhelming them with our own natural style of preference. We want to be able to adjust to them and help cultivate the best out of them as well. This is the whole idea behind the situation and adjust your approach. That is the big idea. Probably shoot another video talking about all the nuances of this because there's all kinds of different ways to break this down, but from a large scope of things,